Lisa Filia here, your confidence coach for your career. Here's a fun idea. What if self doubt was just really boredom? I've noticed this in my brain so often, and I just had to share it with you because it's really changed how I think about doubt in itself, especially when it's self doubt about me. And so, really, the key takeaway that I want you to leave with here is this possibility that when you're doubting yourself, it really might just mean that your brain is bored. And this is important for us to know because when we realize this, it allows us to not make self doubt mean something's tragically wrong and instead just kind of laugh it off a bit and think our brain's just being our brain, which allows us to move forward even if we're noticing thoughts of doubt. All right, so that is what this video will be covering. Let's dive into the topic. Self-doubt. What is self-doubt? It's kind of a weird question, right? I think sometimes self-doubt can seem like a feeling. Like the feeling to me would be doubtful or questioning, but it's like self-questioning because it's turned inward on yourself. So it could be a doubtful feeling. It's also an action. You're doubting. You're doubting as in like you're protesting to something that's coming up. So it's also this action. You could also have self-doubt more like a noun or like the object of a sentence in the sense that it could be a result, it could be the outcome that you get. So that's another way to think about it. And we're playing around with this because I think a lot of us talk about how we always doubt ourselves and we want to stop questioning ourselves so much, but we aren't always thinking about what we actually mean. So I want you to think about when you notice you're talking about self-doubt or questioning, whatever the phrasing is for you, what do you think that doubt is? Do you think it's a feeling? Do you think it's a fact? Do you think it's an action? How are you using it? Because if you can see how you're using it, it can help you to get to know yourself a bit more and understand what's actually happening for you. Now, here's the crazy thing. This is how I've noticed it show up for me. A lot of times I've used it as an action, like a questioning, a wondering, a considering, like a very passive action because it's not like I'm doing anything outwardly. It's all just in my head. Spin, 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 spin. I don't know. What if I can't do that? What if I'm wrong? I might have this all backwards. What if I did have it all backwards? This could go like, and it just kind of spins out of control. So it's this self-doubting action that just spins and spins and spins and spins. And the result is I don't have any faith in me and what I'm saying and what I want to do. It's not there. So it's actually kind of a result too then, right? So what we want to do then is think, okay, why? Why am I taking in this action? Well, whenever we're doing something, it's because of some sort of feeling. We're either trying to move forward with some feeling, get towards something that feels nice, or move away from something that feels terrible. So what I notice for me is I despise feeling bored. Like my brain does not want to be bored. It doesn't know what to do with itself because feeling bored is boring. So it dreads boredom. And so what does it do when it doesn't have anything else to do? It doubts. Because at least then I'm doing something. I'm not just sitting there content. I'm like productively doubting, right? It feels like I'm actually being productive. Now, I don't think this, my brain does. So my brain goes into this spiral because it doesn't want to be bored. So really, the hidden motive for me is I would rather not feel bored and instead feel doubtful and then take the action of doubting myself. And so when I realized this, it was really changing my life because I used to think that I doubted myself and I used to think that I did that because wow, something must be wrong. I just don't have self confidence. And then I would use that to doubt myself even more. But what I realize now is a lot of times self doubt is my brain bored. Bored. There's nothing for it to do. It doesn't know how to entertain itself. And so, what has it been doing? What's it used to doing? Oh, doubting. I'm pretty good at doubting. Why don't we just do that? And it goes into this spiral. So, I offer this to you because you can break the cycle. The choice is yours. The way to know is to decide why you self doubt. And I would invite you to consider if it is something like boredom. Like you don't have anything else to do. Your brain doesn't know what else to do. It could also be a resistance to feeling happy. Like, whoa, your brain doesn't have anything to do when you're happy other than feel happy. Like, your brain's like, how am I supposed to help in that? And so then it might just be like, let's doubt. I know how to doubt. And so notice for you, what feeling is it that's leading to self-doubting? Is there something you're trying to avoid? Is it happiness? Is it joy? Is it boredom? And so then your choice is, what if I just let myself feel bored? It's very uncomfortable for me at first. As I allow myself to get into the boredom, though, it's really not that bad. It does take practice, though. And what this means is when I'm bored, your mind is quiet. So it's not doubting. It's just not really doing much of anything. Like there's still thoughts happening, but I'm not latching onto them. And so that's the difference. So instead of feeling doubt, I could feel bored. And bored is so much softer. It's like lower in my body, or it's a different energy in my body. It's calm. It's centered. It's grounded. So what I've decided is when I notice I am doubting myself, I catch it and I pull back and say, what if I could just feel bored or feel happy or whatever emotion it is that I'm avoiding and choosing doubt? What if I just decided instead not to go down the doubt route and to let myself feel whatever it is I've been trying not to feel? You can do the same, and it can transform how you show up for yourself. It can help you to take away that doubt and really feel more self-confident because you know that the doubt doesn't mean anything about you and you can control the doubt. You're in charge, not your head. So that's what I have for you today. And if you're wanting to know how to take this concept and truly apply it to your life, you want to go a little bit deeper, let's set up a time to talk. You can sign up for a consultation call on my website. That's www.lisaphilia.com/schedule. Again, that's LISAPhiliaw.com/schedule. All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye.